So let's start our session. So before starting control flow statements, we can revise one time what are the topics we covered. What are the topics we covered from day one? Java introduction, then Java features, and then JDK, JRE, JVM, and we did installation for JDK and Eclipse, and also we executed our first program, hello world program, and then we discussed how that program is executed and how we are getting output. So execution flow of our Java program. Here I will ask one question. What is the main method? Why we need that one? So we executed our first program and inside the main method, we return one printout statement. So without main method, is it is possible to execute? No. Because it is the starting point of our Java. Without the main method, Java will not execute. So JVM, it will not identify without main method. So it's like a starting point. Important one. What is main method means? You have to explain. It is a starting point of execution of our Java programs. Without this, we cannot execute. And its syntax is public, static, void, main. Then we have parentheses. So open and close bracket, we can call it as a parentheses. Inside the parentheses, we have the parameter string, and this square bracket is the array. This is, we can call it as a array. This is the like a parameter name, args. So inside we have our logic. Inside the main method, we have logic. Then we are executing. And in the second class, what we covered, variables and its naming conventions. How we can follow the naming conventions. What are the types of variables we have? Local variable, class level variable, static variable. We already discussed about a local variable and how we are declaring syntax, everything we discussed. So we have two more variables like a class level variable, static variable. Those things we can discuss in the upcoming sessions. And in the next class, we started data types. So I think in the same class only we discussed variables and data types same day. So data types, we have how many data types we have? Two types: primitive data types, non-primitive data types. Why we need data types? To identify that particular variable is belongs to, is saving the value of which data type. So generally variables are used to store the data. Correct, right? So that particular variable, it is belongs to which data type. So we have numeric data type and also string. String is a non-primitive data type. We can define inside the string all our names. So anything related to words, sentences, anything we can define. So it will accept everything. But numeric means it will accept only numeric values, integer, long types, short, those things. But it will not accept letters, those things. But string will accept everything. And then we discussed operators. Operators, why we are using? To perform the operations on variable. Simply we can call it as to perform the operations on variable. So all these topics are very basic core topics. If we know these topics, then by using these topics, we can write our logics, variables, data types, operators. These are the core topics. Next, we have the control flow statements. So our next topic is control flow statements. Why we need this control flow statements? So here you can see the name itself, control flow statements. So something it is controlling. So what it is going to control here inside our Java program, we are executing some statements. So it will control that statement. So the flow of execution of statements, it will control. So here simply we can call it as a how the program executes step by step. What it is going to control? They control the decision making, loop executions, and the program flow. So control statements are nothing but it will decide the program execution step by step. So here we have different types of statements. First one is decision making statements, looping statements. Next, third one is the jump statements. Decision making means we are going to use for conditional checks. Yesterday also we did some programs on conditional checks. Now we will have different types of decision making statements. We will discuss those things today's class. Then looping statements, jump statements, tomorrow's class. Today we are mainly focusing on decision making statements. So decision making statements are to check the conditions. Once the condition is true, it will execute that particular block. So what are the decision making statements we have? If statement, if else statement, else if ladder. Then we have nested if inside the if. So condition inside the condition. And finally we have switch statements. Mostly in the real time we are going to use if else if ladder, nested ifs. Switch statements we are going to use very rarely. Admitted, right? Okay. And also how we design this tutorial means whatever the useful topics, it is used for both interview point of view as well as a real time working. Like that we design this course. So once you join, you can see here, you will get one notes here. So already I mentioned everything here. Anybody identified this one? So day one, what we are going to do, day two, and day three, day four, day five. So just you can have overview on this. By using this only, we will have sessions. So now we are here. So this day three already we explained because it's very important. Then we explained. So some days we should have some buffer. So sometimes I will take leaves. Sometimes due to some issues we can or we need to extend some topics some other days. Mostly we will cover all this course 40 to 45 days. So 10 days buffer. So next we are going to discuss about decision making statements. So decision making statements. First one is if statement. So syntax for if statement is this is the syntax. Here we will have condition. So in programming, you must and should learn the syntax, how we are going to define variable, how. So syntax is very important for any topic. So can someone admit? Because I need to switch the screens. So if condition, so this is, we can call it as a parenthesis. Normally we can call it as a open and a closure bracket. This is the curly braces. So flower brackets. Inside the flower brackets, we can call it as a body. Or this is one block inside the curly braces. So here how the if statement will work. If this condition is true, it will execute this block. Otherwise, after this block, whatever the statements we have, it will execute those statements. Then next, we have if and else. If else. This is the syntax for if else. Can someone mute? So syntax for this is the if statement. Syntax. This is the if and else syntax. Here we will have the body. Here this if else, how it will work means, if this condition is true, it will execute this block. If it is false, this condition is false, it will execute a else block. Clear, right? If and if else. The next one we have else if ladder. So this is also similar. Here condition, then else block. So this is look like similar only, but here we will get another condition. Else if ladder. So this is, we can call it as a else if ladder. So multiple, if you have multiple conditions, we'll have finally else block. So here also similar. First it will check this condition. If it is true, it will execute this block. If it is false, it will check this condition, then it will execute block. Similarly, if it is false, then it will check this condition. So in case of this is also false, then finally it will execute a else block. Here you can see how this is controlling our program step by step. So this is the definition of the control flow statements. So it is controlling our program. It is deciding which statements I am going to execute inside a program or inside the class. So we are writing all our logic inside the class only, right? This is clear, right? Up to we'll see the examples. Next we have nested if inside the if. Syntax. If inside the if. This is, we can call it as a nested if. Similarly, we have nested class. Classes inside the class also. The topics we will discuss later. As of now, today our main focus is decision making statements. So next we will see the example on this. Decision making. So I am using shortcuts here. You don't use. So main method. First, we are going to check the if condition. So yesterday we did some examples, right? I given some programs to you. How many of you completed it? This is simple only, right? Store product price and quantity, then calculate the total amount. Here, how we are going to implement this one to get this output? No one completed our homeworks. You are practicing or not? You can practice your day by day. Otherwise, every day new topics are we are discussing, then you may forget. So if condition, first what I am going to check here, student is pass. So here, what is the pass marks? Int marks equal to 35. Then here I will put one if condition. So syntax of the if this is the syntax, inside this parenthesis, we will provide our condition. If marks is greater than or equal to 35, sys out student is pass. Just here you can see this is the condition. Once this condition is true, then it will execute this block as we discussed earlier. Right click, run as a Java application. You can see here the condition became true, then it is executed. Just I am changing here marks run as a Java application. So it is not executed. So it is controlling, right? This by using this if condition, it is controlling our program. And then next we have if else. If else. Here I will take one example here. Eligible for vote or not. When we are eligible for our vote, what is the condition? If first we will see the syntax. You can also try in this way. First you can write your syntax. After that you can write your logic. Why? Because this is the simple statement. You will not get a confusion. For example, we have multiple if and else statements. That time these brackets are very important. If you miss any bracket, then your logic will not be executed properly. You will get a wrong output. So first you can write your syntax, then you can write your logic. So I need one variable here. Int age equal to example 20. If age is greater than or equal to 18, then sys out eligible for vote. Else sys out not eligible for vote. Run as a Java application. So here age is greater than 20, then he is eligible for vote. This same one, this same condition we can change and we can do also. For example, age is less than 18. Here I will put a not eligible for vote. You can see here. So one program we can do in many ways. Age is, so you have to practice. See, for example, I am telling one example means you can practice in by applying this logic in different way. Then only you can remember. Just I am run as a Java application. So this is the condition, age is greater than or equal to less than or 18. So just I am changing my statements here. Correct, right? Fine, right?
Yes.
In
Yes.
if else you have any doubts, we'll see number of examples. So instead of theory, we will focus morely on coding only. Theory already I explained. Nadim also he is preparing document. He will provide you. Then you can memorize that one also. And next we will see this one. If else if else if else. So day by day I will increase the complexity also. First I will start with the simple programs. Then day by day, once you are familiar, then we will increase the complexity also. So I will create a new class. Up to here, I will paste in the chart. You can place. So every day you can practice. Don't forget practicing. Everyone have laptops and setup completed, right? JDK, JRE, so JDK and Eclipse. Those still have
Yes, sir.
pending, please raise your hands because you have to practice in Eclipse. I will create one new class. So I will increase bit complexity here. New program. These are whatever I given. That is simple programs. Yesterday also we did with the help of operators, conditional checks. See here we are using variables, operators, data types to write our logic. So yeah. because of that only I mentioned those are the very core topics. If we know those topics, we can work easily in Java. So here student grade system. So you see here class name, I am starting with the capital letter and camel case. Student grade system. So new class I created. Main method. Tell me the main method. What is first one?
Public,
Public
static,
static
void,
void
main,
main
in brackets, open brackets, string,
string.
arg, args, like arguments.
We need write array bracket. This square brackets.
Yes. So it is the entry point of our application main method.
So here public is the access modifier. Static is the keyword. Void is the return type. Main is the method name. This is the parameter. So student grade system. First, I will tell you the scenario here. If not if so grade A grade A when we have grade A if marks are above 90. If marks are greater than 90, we have to print a grade A. Next grade B. Grade B. If marks are greater than 75, we have to print a grade B. So grade C. If marks are greater than 60, grade C. Grade D. Marks are greater than 35, grade 3. Next one, fail. Marks less than 35, fail. So here, how we are going to achieve this one? By using else if ladder. Else if ladder. Now you can tell me. So we analyzed our scenario. I written step by step. First, I need this one. So to build our logic, we have to divide our program. So yesterday I explained it like flowchart. So what is the first step? What is the second step? What is the third step? Just here, print. Now you can tell me how can I achieve this? First, what is the syntax for if else ladder, else if ladder? If condition, then body. Next, else if. Next, flower brackets, curly braces. Next, if. Next, how many conditions we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Correct, right? 4 condition. So here I will provide one condition, here I will provide one condition, here one condition. Else, if, then finally else. Here I no need to add this condition. Why? Because we will see here. First, what is my condition? First, what I need. So if else I added. I need a marks, one variable. Int marks equal to, for example, I am giving 90. What is my first condition? If marks is greater than 90, what I mentioned here is print the grade A. Sys out grade A. No confusion right here. Anybody have confusion? Huh?
No confusion.
No, no, come.
So what is my second condition here?
Marks greater than 75.
Marks greater than 75. System dot out dot println
Grade B.
grade B. The next third, marks is greater than
Greater than 60.
60. System dot out dot grade C. Fourth condition, marks is greater than 35. Then system dot out dot println grade D. So I mentioned I no need to check because if these condition fail, next it will execute this block only. So here fail. Fine, right? Requirement clear, right? So if we analyzed our requirement properly, then we can able to build our logic. Otherwise, your requirement is not clear. You don't know what is the next line, what to write in coding. So in this way, we can build our logics. First, we have to analyze our requirement. Then we have to note down here what is the first step, what is the second step, what is the third step. Like that, we have to note and we have to implement our logic. So in interviews, they will ask coding questions. We have to write in front of them. So to write the programs in interviews, we have to practice first. Otherwise, we will forget. So we'll execute this one, run as a Java application. Now why it is printing grade B? Because this condition will check up to 89 only. Correct, right?
Yes.
If I use greater than or equal to means, then it will check exactly. So this is based on the requirement. They will give you the requirement. You can ask question if you are not clear. I have to check equal to also or not. You can ask. If they given this program to you means you can ask. Run as a Java application. Now marks are 90. Then it is printing grade A. So now you can see here. Once this is printed, it will check this condition. Then it will check. Yesterday I tell you right. I will tell you the debug. Now you can see. Yesterday we have in the single statement multiple conditions, so we cannot check. So right click, run as here. Run as means it will execute normally. Debug as here marks just this one or F8. Next it will go the next debug points. So now you can see, right? It came here. Already it is printed. So this block executed. And the next. So it is stopped. Why? Because this condition is failed. Already here it is executed, right? Then this is. I will change the marks here. For example, I am giving 50. Debug as a. So here you can see our marks is a 50. This is marks. Next I am clicking. Some issue in my system. It will go step by step. F8. No, you can try this one, but I think my Eclipse has some issue. It should go step by step. While you are practicing, you can try. I need to restart my Eclipse then. So this is clear, right? So this debugging also important. But as of now, just you can aware, while we are working some real time in Spring Boot, that time it is very useful. Here it's very simple logic only, right? We can easily understand. So I will paste this one in the chart. Clear, right?
Yeah, it's clear.
Only Rahman only responding. What happened others? I think
Clear, sir.
Rahman, mm, Rahman is a senior guy. Already he have work experience. I think he is understanding remaining. I don't know. You guys are understanding or not. So here we will check. We'll give 30. Run as a. So fail. I hope you guys this is clear. We'll move the next one. What is next one here? We covered this one. Then we will check this one. If inside the if nested if. So here you can see here for debug it will change to new window. So this is our Java. For debug it will switch that one while we are running in debug mode means. Next I will create new classes. So you can for each and every example you can create a new class and then you can practice programs. So nested if. So here what I will check I will same eligible for vote. I will use that scenario, but first I will check he is Indian or not. First condition, Indian or not. Next I will check age is greater than 18 or
18.
not. So syntax for nested if curly braces, then inside the if only I am going to define another if, and here I will use else. So here I need two variables now. I will use boolean or string. I am not explained right. String. I think yesterday one example only. I will use string here. String country. So how we are going to define string in the double quotes? If this is like a empty, you are not providing any value here. String Indian, one variable I created, another variable int age equal to 18. So first I will check here country is equal to. So for conditional check, country is equal to Indian. So here this is the string value, right? Here also I need to check Indian. Or generally how we can check, right? String conditions. First we have to give the value Indian, then we have to compare with the variable. This is the best approach. Then another condition, if age is greater than or equal to 18, sets out eligible for vote. Here in the else block, not eligible for vote. So this string we will discuss more. String have some methods. Those things while we are discussing string topic, we can discuss. As of now, how we are defining string variable in this way. Run as a. So this conditions is satisfied, then it is printing. Just I am changing the name here. India I given. So not eligible for vote. So this should match here. Whatever we are comparing, that exact variable should match. I will check now in debug mode, but my Eclipse have some issue. Maybe I need to restart. I will change here to Indian. Right click run as a or debug as a Java application. It's loading. It's printed. Clear, right? This one nested if. So while writing logics, this is also very useful. Mostly conditions we should aware. Otherwise, we cannot complete our programs. We cannot complete our real-time scenarios also. I will give you this one. You can practice. Next, we are going to discuss a switch case, switch statement. This is mostly we will not use, but you should aware. In some old projects, still they are using. Switch syntax I not explain, right? First I will explain the syntax. Switch. Switch why we are going to use means it's like a multiple choice. You will define one variable. By using that variable, it will select which block need to execute, which condition need to execute, like that, to select the block. So we have multiple blocks, right? Else if ladder use are right example. Similarly, we have multiple blocks. It will select one block. Select the block when we have multiple blocks means. So for switch here, we will have the variable name. For example, number I am giving. Then body. Here we have case. So number means I will have case 1. Then here the statement. Then case 2. Then statement. So here switch case. These are the keywords. Switch is the keyword, case also keyword. So this is the syntax for this. Case 3. Sys out. Finally, we have default. Default also keyword. Here not only sys out, but syntax will be like this. Here we will have whatever the logic we need. Here we are discussing small programs. Mostly we will use the sys out. So this is the syntax. How many cases you have, we can provide here. Number of cases to select one block. So based on this number, for example, I am passing this number as a 1, then it will execute this block. So we are selecting one block here, one case, like that. So multiple choice we are selecting one. That is the purpose of the switch. We'll see the example. New, how to create a class, new class. So here we'll take one example like grade department. Select C. So just I am giving class name as a select department. I need main method. So here my requirement is I have to print CSC, then AI, civil, mechanical, then we have EC, any other branch. We have
Triple E.
BTech, triple E. So I want to print this one by one department. Then first I will use here one variable int department equal to 1. Just I am assigning variable value I assigned. Then syntax for switch. So this is the switch. You can see here switch key case value default finally. Here what is our key department. Then case 1. So case 1, what I told you, we have to print a simple statements only I mentioned. We are not doing any logics here. We can write logic also, but as of now, just we will do simple print statements only. Then case 2, AI department. Case 3, civil. Case 4, mechanical. Mechanical, correct spelling. Case 5, ECE. Case 6,
Triple E.
triple E. Finally, we have default case. So invalid department. So why we need this default? What happen if we are not providing? We'll see that one also. First we will execute and check this one. Now here the department value is 1. Then it need to print this one. But we will check how it is printing. So if this one, then need to trigger this one. Right click run as a. But it is printing everything. You can see, right? Here, once this case is true, we have to use one keyword called a break. So this is belongs to the jumping statements we discussed right here. We have 3 types of statements. So that is belongs to jumping statement. Break, continue, return. We have 3 keywords in jumping statements. Those things we will discuss later. Now we will print this one, run as a Java. So now this condition is satisfied. It is printing this block. Similarly, we have to provide a, for this also we have to provide break. For example, I changed the value to 3. Now it should print this one. But you can see here from 3 it is printing. So all these are executing. So each and every case we need a break statement here. For default, no need. Finally, that will execute. For example, here we have 6 cases. Just I am changing to 7. I change it to 7. Run as a invalid department. If it is not there, just I am commenting. It's not a mandatory. If it is not there, means what will happen? Can anyone guess? So it is not printing anything, right? So you can take one real-time scenario. For example, you are searching on product in Amazon. I think Amazon website you are searching. Then that product you are not getting. That list of products you are not getting. Once you are searching one product, you will get list of products, right? So you are not getting that list of products. Just a screen that UI will is the blank. Just you have the search button. That one you are searching. Inside the search box, you given your product name, but it is not returning anything. Then what you will think? This this website is not working, like that you can think. So actually the reason is whatever you are searching, that product is not there inside that website. So we have to maintain that proper communication message there. So here, instead of we are printing blank, we are not printing anything, right? So we can give this message means then user can understand. Okay, here that is not available, so invalid department. Clear, right? What is the purpose of this? We have to give proper message, then only user can understand. Clear, right? Switch. Have any doubt here?
No.
So I will give you some programs to you. We can practice. Yesterday's programs, how many of you completed? Raise your hands. Yeah, fine. Good. Keep it up. So six members remaining. 7. For remaining, any difficulty you are facing? Any issue? Keep it up. So those are who are not practicing, please practice. Otherwise, you will forget all the topic. Keep on practicing. In English, we have one quote, right? Practice makes man perfect. So you can remember that quote. If you are not practicing, you will not get perfect. So decision making statements we completed. Please remember all the syntax. Now I will tell you some important interview questions. Yesterday I given this program to you. Use the ternary operator. Check the even number. How many of you completed this one? What is the condition for this? So condition I not provided in the chart. We'll see the interview programs now. So those who are completed homework programs, keep it up. Every day you can practice. So I will create a new classes for each program, even or odd, right? First one. new so even or odd. Here what is the requirement? We will provide one number input, then we have to check that particular number is even or odd. So int number equal to example 10. So how can I achieve this one? If else syntax, you can write syntax first, then you can apply your logic. So what happen if you are not applying? Sometimes you miss this brackets means it is difficult to analyze by you because you are beginners, right? First you can have the syntax first, then you can apply logic. So here we have number of blocks, right? That time if you change anything means it will change your logic also. Whatever you are expecting, it will not print. Very careful while assigning these brackets. So the condition for any number divided by 2 for even number conditions. Any number which is, if you know this condition, you will complete your program. Any number which is divided by 2, the remainder becomes 0. That is the even number. Zero. That is the even number. So here number modulus operator we have to use equal to 0. So we are dividing with this number and remainder should be 0. Then sys out given number is a even number. Else system.out.println even number is a odd number. Run as a so 10 divided by 2. Remainder will get 0, right? Division. Clear, right? If you know this condition, you can execute this program. So yesterday I given same program to check in a ternary operator. How you did a ternary operator. What is the syntax for ternary operator? Condition question mark, then value will come this colon. Either this condition is true, it will print this value, otherwise this value. Similarly here also, if this condition is true, it will execute this block. False, it will execute this block. So here our condition is the Same, this condition. Number, percent, modulus operator equal to 0, then question mark, sys out, given number is this one, else what is the error? Cannot convert int to void. So here I am not provided, right? So finally here it will print that number only. Now you can see if I print that number means it will work. So here the return type is coming, this one. Run as a yesterday I told to do in this way only. I hope this is clear, right? We'll go next program. Find a greater number between two numbers. New class greatest number. So requirement is we have to find the greatest number. For that we need to compare, right? We need two numbers. Int a equal to 20, int b equal to 30. So here how I will check if a is condition I am providing. A is greater than b, sys out a, else no need to check my other condition. B is greater than a, like that. Sys out a b. So this is also a simple program only, run as a Java application. So here a is less than b, then it is printed b statement. This statement it is not executed. Practice this one as well. Everything you can practice. Just analyze why we are doing. Just you make this one wrong condition, how it is working. So line by line you have to analyze. So refer this codes, then you can analyze. Next program, this one. Find the largest of three numbers. New class, largest number. How we can achieve this one? This is little bit complex. Easy only if you know how to apply if conditions. But when compared to previous program, this is complexity little bit high. Find the largest number. So I have three numbers, 100, 200 and 300. Previously we have two numbers. We did A is greater than B, or so then we are printing.
Someone raise
Now
a hand. Someone raise hand.
Imran. No, I think previously I'm asking right. Homework you completed, I like that.
Yeah,
I
okay,
think that
okay.
time they raised. Can just click this one, it will be down. So how can I achieve this one? In between output will be the 300 because 300 is the largest number. So input, this is the input, output should be 300. Can anyone think and tell me? How can I achieve this? I will give one hint. I will use if, else if and else if ladder. First I will write the syntax here. Else if else if need we will add one more. So before that I need to define right three variables. Int a equal to 100, int b equal to 200, int c equal to 300. So here the condition I have to provide. First, a is greater than b. So here I will make the mistake, then I will tell you exact logic. So you have to learn in this way. Do the mistake, from the mistake you can learn. So b is greater than c. Here I want to print sys out a. Here sys out b. Else sys out c. So to format this program, just select what are the lines you want to format. Control Shift F. Control Shift F. So here this won't work as we are expecting. We'll check. Run as a Java application. So it is directly executing here. Correct? Because A is greater than B, B is greater than C. So it is a straightforward scenario. For example, I have this one. Now we will check how it will print. It's also straightforward on. B is greater than C. So it is printed 200. We have to use some 23. A is greater than B. Yeah, this condition will true. Just this condition will become false, right? A equal to 1. We have to adjust these values. B is greater than C. This also will pass. 20 I will give. $60. If I give 60 also, it will print a third statement. But exact value I need to provide, right? So that values need to adjust. But I will tell you this another logic here, why we are telling. So that value you can check and adjust. We have to check this one also. So we have to compare all this with the other two also. That is the actual logic. A, B, A is greater than B, A is greater than C. Then it should print A. Similarly here, B is greater than C. And then B is greater than A. Then print B. Or all this condition fail means finally we have to print C. So now here C is the largest one. It is printing. But this is the safer conditions. So that values we need to adjust. You can adjust later. Already time also finishing. Or I will send you, once I will adjust, I will send you this. So here extra, by using extra condition, we are checking. You can practice this one also. Once I found this exact values, I will send you later in WhatsApp also. The next one, check the number is positive or negative. You can try write this one. I will tell you this one. This is also simple only. So here we will give, you try this one. This is similar to this one. This is for homework for you. Just you can take one number positive, or you define one variable. Then if a number is positive, you can print a positive print statement. If number is negative, then negative statement. Else if else number is 0. So you use that one. Another one, leap year. So for the leap year, the condition will be any year divided by 4 and get a remainder as a 0 means that year is the leap year. Simple here. If else. If else. So int year equal to, for example, 2024 leap year, right? Here, this year modulus for previously we did for this one, right? Even number or prime number equal to 0. Sys out given year is a leap year. Else given year is not a leap year. Right click, run as a Java application. So given year is a leap year. 2025 run as a given year is not a leap year. So you can practice this one as well. I will give you few examples for you. Any doubts, sir? Hello.
హలో
Yeah, yes, Harish.
ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఇది ఏం డౌట్ లేదు కానీ రికార్డింగ్ క్లాస్ రికార్డింగ్ చార్ట్లో అది ఓపెన్ అవ్వట్లేదు. ఓపెన్ అయినా అదేదో టెనెంట్ అని సంథింగ్ అకౌంట్ ఎర్రర్ అని
Ah,
వస్తుంది.
అది యాక్సెస్ లేదు. వన్స్ డిస్కస్ చేసి యూట్యూబ్లో అప్లోడ్ చేస్తాం, అక్కడి నుంచి చూసుకోవచ్చు.
ఓకే, ఎంత టైం పడుతుంది అది?
రేపు క్లాస్ లేదు, ఈ రోజైనా రేపైనా చూసి అప్లోడ్ చేస్తాం.
ఓకే, థ్యాంక్స్.
So you can practice all your programs and try to speak in English. So in IT industry, communication also will play crucial role. Even if you are speaking wrong words also, no problem, but speak in English. We have to practice English also.